Hello and welcome to this James the Bike Guy, where today we're getting to take a look at a really cool new wheel set from Zipp, the 303S. This 303 wheel set is the successor to their super popular and affordable 302, but with a couple of really neat features. So we're going to go into the features and designs of these wheels. We'll talk about what they're all about, where they fall in and line up with Zipp, and then of course we'll find out exactly what they weigh. So if this kind of thing is interesting to you, I suggest just stick around, consider subscribing, and let's check out these wheels. All right, with the wheel set on our table here, we should check them out starting with the front wheel. So these wheels are going to be designed to be disc specific. They run a carbon fiber rim and they're laced up with some bladed spokes down to these through axle hubs. So this particular setup here has a center lock disc brake hub. It's through axle. It is a Zipp branded hub, although it's not quite the same high-end one that you would get on, say, their NSW wheels. But the hub itself feels and rolls really smooth. But the magic of these wheels begins to come in when we check out the carbon fiber. So this being a middle depth rim, it's going to be 45 millimeters in depth. And this depth is really the kind of the balance point for a do-it-all wheel between something that's going to be aero-stable and crosswinds, so you're not going to have issues with the wheel flopping about, being lightweight enough that it's going to feel sprinty, but also providing enough aerodynamics to really carry some speed, especially on the flats. Now, this rim itself being carbon fiber, you can see the unidirectional weave inside, is a very cool look. And their party trick comes in with both this being tubeless, which is an upgrade over the 302 that this wheel replaces. It's tubeless ready, but you'll also notice the rim is fairly narrow. And by narrow, not the internal width that is 23 millimeters, which is plenty wide, but instead, check out how the rim is hookless. So on a traditional wheel set, you would have a hook in here for the tire bead to latch onto. But instead this is straight, which allows them to make the outer thickness of the wheel just a little bit thinner, allow for a better profile to match up with a tire, and those combined with the tubeless setup for a very easy setup. Now, one thing that you do have to be careful about with a hookless wheel is that not every tire on the market is compatible. Lots of Clincher tires and many, of course, tubeless tires are compatible, but this being a 303, it's designed around a tire size of at least 28 millimeters. You can run narrower, but 28 or some of the wider gravel tires are really going to set up nicely on this wheel and be among the most efficient. Now, when we jump into the rear wheel here, we'll see a 12 by 142 through axle. So standard setup there. It is a Zipp specific hub with a 3-pawl mechanism inside of it, coming either with this Shimano HG driver for 12 speed, or it's available in an XD road driver as well. No campy free hub body for these wheels, unfortunately, although if you're on that system, you might be looking at their 303 NSW. And that's where this wheel is going to come in. Is this coming with the same performance as what you would have gotten on the previous generation 303 Firecrest, which costs about twice as much as this does, but still just slightly behind the NSW wheel set, which has that kind of jagged edge look to it for the additional aerodynamics and speed. And that's kind of the trick here. Pretty good price point, tubeless ready, all the things you might need in a carbon wheel set from Zipp. Well, now it's time to see what they weigh out at. Beginning off with the front wheel, we can see the front is going to come in at a pretty lightweight 715 grams. And if we swap that out for our rear wheel, we'll see that the rear with an HG driver comes in at 823 grams. Well, anyways, thanks for watching this video on the Zipp 303S. Go ahead and let me know what you think about this $1,400 wheel set. I'd say it's quite a bit of performance for the money. Well, anyways, let me know that down in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button and can't wait to see you in the next video.